You can make a living with your writing. So if you're a writer, you might be wondering, how do I make a living with my writing? And I find that a lot of artists, not just writers, but artists in general, people in the art field, creative field, struggle with having some sort of living. So this could have also applied to anyone who's more artistic, to get some ideas and to be able to create kind of a full-time income from your writing or from your artistic side. Now in this video, I'm going to focus in more on the writer side. So what a lot of writers, what they normally think of when they make money or how they generate income to be able to sustain their hobby, to sustain what they like doing and what they really enjoy, is by writing books. Okay. Now, you have to remember that when you look at a business and when you look at generating income, especially when you're self-employed or you're an entrepreneur, you can't just have kind of a one-shot wonder product. I mean, yes, there's some people that have, hey, this one thing that really made them a fortune, it really made their life, and it does happen from time to time, but really you want to look at it kind of more of a baseline. So you have kind of a base that is somewhat getting your audience, getting your traffic. Then you have another tier and another tier and another tier and another tier. So it kind of continues moving along these lines. And what customers do is they hop from one to the next, and this becomes much more pricey as you hop from one tier to the next. So let's say this could be a $2,000 product. This might be a $1,000 product. This could be kind of your freebies or freemiums, maybe articles or blogs that you're creating or videos. Then this might be your, $10 or $50 book, depending on what you're selling. Somewhere around here could be $200 to $500, could be like video courses or that kind of thing. So whatever you're doing, you got to look at it in a stair-step fashion, okay? And what most writers, they look at the beginning is when they say, hey, I can't make it as a writer, is they kind of look at this area in their product pipeline. But remember, it's not just about this one spot. It's about creating kind of a suite of products that are working together to be able to make your kind of full income here. So that's what you want to think about as you're starting to build and evolve kind of your assets, your library of things. Okay, so what I've done here is kind of created a few ideas for you to look at your writing and where that income can come from. So you can see here I have kind of a product section, a client section, and another section. Now, you could go ahead and come up with other ideas for you depending on the niche or area you're in. But if you're a writer, here might be a few ideas for you. So let's say a product segment. Where are you generating income or revenue when it comes to your products? Well, your products is kind of books. So that's kind of the key focus right there. But in that case, you could also get the PDF, which would be kind of a Kindle book, or it could be a downloadable PDF where you make a little more money, where you don't have to pay Amazon or other people commissions. You could sell the PDF through your own kind of blog. So this could also work in a way. Ebooks, this would be more the Amazon way. You could also sell the audiobook, because some people, they want the audiobook version. They want to listen to it in the car. So if you have more streams of product offerings, it allows you to be able to sell more items. And some people may want the regular book and the audiobook. So you have that kind of concept that also starts generating additional revenue or income. You could also sell templates. Now, let's say you're a writer and maybe you're coaching other writers. Well, you could have a template to, hey, this is how I go ahead and write my books, or this is how I go ahead and write my table of contents. Now, if you're not, coaching people in that way, you might be doing something else. Let's say you're a motivational coach or a daily planner or a nutritional coach or something along those lines. Well, in that case, you could create a template where people are purchasing these additional templates. It could be through your website or through some kind of downloadable form or shopping cart. They go ahead and purchase these templates of, let's say, hey, these are the top 10 foods, or a nutritional guide that you could use over the next 30 days. And here's kind of a meal planner. So people could download these kinds of things. Courses. Are you creating maybe courses that people are interested in maybe learning more from you of how you go ahead and write your books, or if you're doing some kind of nutritional things, hey, here's a course on nutrition, how you do day-to-day activities, meal plan, those kinds of things. So it really just comes down to which niche you're in when it comes to your writing. But in either case, here's some product ideas for you. But this might span in all sorts of different pricing categories. So a book might be $10, a PDF could be $5, audiobook could be $30. So they're all different. A course could be $200. So you're stacking at different points and levels throughout this pyramid. And the same thing goes here with clients. So let's say, hey, you do one-on-one coaching. This could be $300 to $3,000 an hour. It really just depends on the area you're in. Membership, again, it could be $9 a month to, who knows, $97 a month. It could be something group related. It could be a group meetup, could be a group coaching. But again, another product idea. This is a little more personal when you get into clients. Webinars and classes, also a little more time intensive. But again, if you have classes that run $50 a class, multiply times 100 classes, you start generating more and more revenue than just selling your books. And especially if you're doing any proofing, let's just say you're a writer and you like doing proofreading, then by all means you can make some additional income that way as well. And finally, when we go to the other section, well, this is just about being creative. Hey, what other areas can you make money from? Well, you could do blog ads, affiliate, sponsorship, speaking, or something completely different. So you can see that there's a lot of forms, but it really comes down to expanding your distribution, right? Expanding your product line. And this would be kind of your product line when you're a writer, right? You start kind of from a book because you're kind of an expert, and now you start adding more subsections and you're developing these areas for your business. So you start looking at, hey, how can I get some speaking gigs? And sometimes the speaking gigs are free, but these gets you exposure to sell these other products. So you have to understand that sometimes when you do these things like webinars and maybe classes you do for free to be able to sell your courses or templates. So you're working at distribution, distributing these things in all these different mediums, so that way you can generate income and take people to a higher form, and that way you can make more money per person or per client, rather than just keeping your client level at only $10 or $15 on any book sale that you make. If you can drive that customer value to, let's say, $300 on average, that all of a sudden now allows you to make much more per person or per customer, therefore generating you kind of a full-time income when you're a writer, when you're an artist, or anything in the creative field or really expert field or educational field. It can really ramp up your sales and your final income. All right, so thank you so much for joining me in this week's video. I hope you found it helpful to getting a full-time income from your writing or any kind of creative field or artistic field. Now, if you found this video helpful and insightful, be sure to sign up to get other future videos as they become released by getting on the newsletter by clicking this button right over here. Now, when you get there, enter your name and email address and you'll get notified as